Welcome to Bass and Boundaries podcast. I'm your host, Amy G, and this is your one-stop shop for all things mental health and music. Hi everyone, welcome to Bass and Boundaries once again. I'm Amy. If you've never been here before, this is our one-stop shop for all things mental health, music, and my speciality is drum and bass. It's something that has saved me so many times, and I'm so grateful and very humbled to be with one of my favorite artists today. Here's Exception Music. Hello, my love. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Very, very well. I'm so excited. Like, honestly, when you said yes, I was so excited. So thank you for coming on. So for those that have never heard you before, tell everyone who you are, what you do, and why.
So first of all, my real name is Federico Oliva. It's an Argentinian name, but I live in Belgium. My father is from Argentina, my mother is from here, so that's the reason. And my artist name is Exception, as you said. I make drum bass, I listen to drum bass, I DJ drum bass. I mean, by now, I practically just am breathing drum bass, I guess. I think I've been doing this DJ thing for about 5-6 years, but I started doing drum and bass since 2-3 years ago, because before that I was playing more like house, tech house, commercial music, I guess, just to start get it going, I guess. And then I got into drum and bass through some friends. My friend group in high school, they were like really into the Mackie G Jump Up Cave drum and bass. I'm not sure if you know the Jump Up Cave collective. Maybe you've heard from it. Yeah. And yeah, my friends, they were really into it. First of all, I was like, what the hell is this music? It's like sounding screechy. What's this? It didn't please my ears very much, I guess, in the beginning. But after that, two friends of mine, they also started DJing, and they started playing like the melodic dance floor, Subfocus, Dimension, Culture Shock tunes. But I mean like the OG, the old ones, the like the first tunes they made. And I was, oh shit, what's this? It sounds so amazing. You know what? Fuck all of the house music and the tech music. I want to make drum and bass. I want to be a drum and bass DJ, and that's how I started, I guess.
And it's such a amazing genre because there's so many different types of drum and bass. I'm more I like dance floor kind of, and also liquid as well. And some people will be sat at home like, what is that? But it is just literally, isn't it, so many different types. I love some of the I do like so some of the people that like the big names that I listen to. Obviously we spoke about Andromedic, Metric, those kind of people, that they were like 1991 was one that I found right in the early stages of me being into drum and bass. So you're talking 8-9 years ago. Who were some of the first people that inspired you
in drum and bass, I guess? Yeah. That's a cool question. I think, to be honest, the first artists that like really inspired me were Subfocus for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Also Houston Andromatic, because they're both from Belgium. I know the guys also, and I think it's very cool to watch where they came from, how it started for them, because they are also doing it, I think, for almost 10 years, I guess.
Yeah, it's about 10 years, yeah.
And it's really cool to have seen their how do you say, their trajectories, I guess, how they got where they are now. So they were like a really big inspiration, and by now I also get really inspired by Parappas. Do you know them from New Zealand?
I do. So Parappas supported Andromedic in February in London, and I was on the front row, and like one of them, because there's two, isn't there? One shook my hand. I was so happy. I was like, oh, and then they messaged me the other day and told me that I won tickets to Rampage, and I'm like,
oh. That's how you won the Rampage tickets. Damn.
Yeah. And now I'm like, can I go? Because So I am supposed to be in London on the 5th. So I have to make a decision. Do I go to Belgium or do I stay in the UK? That's quite a decision.
It's a very difficult decision to make.
It is, because they're both so good. Like the lineup on one and the lineup on the other. The thing that's swaying me more to London is because I'm in the country.
Yeah.
But Pendulum are playing, and I've never seen Pendulum before. And I think this will probably be my only chance to do that.
That's
and
fair.
I'm like, because they were actually the first, I say band in theory, I got into that was drum and bass. I just didn't know it. I didn't know it was drum and bass, you know, because I was 15. So a long time. So when you were, so in your teenage years, what were you listening to before? Was it always drum and bass, or was it something else?
Oh, this is going to sound so cringy, but I'm going to tell it anyway. I guess when I was a teenager and I got into music, it wasn't by electronic dance music at all. It started by watching Disney Channel movies. Did you ever watch them, the Disney Channel movies?
I did. I did.
Okay, so there was this one movie called Lemonade Mouth. I'm not sure if you know it. Maybe yes, maybe no. Do you know the movie or not?
I know it, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I guess you know the story is like a bunch of kids, they get together in the basement during school, I guess, and they start playing music together in a band. And I was like, oh damn, that's so cool. I would love to like play an instrument or something. And the day after, I remember asking my parents if I could take piano lessons, and that's how everything started, like the whole music story for me, I guess.
That's amazing. I love that. I was a massive fan of High School Musical, and I look back now and I'm like, oh, no, but yeah, it's actually a classic.
The thing is, it's so cringy, but it's also just so,
yeah.
I love to watch it. They're like, so the movies are so emotional, I guess. But
yeah, I think a lot of the older stuff, like I loved Hilary Duff, I loved Lizzie McGuire. That was my biggest one. And I always remember wanting to be just like her. Like I wanted to be a singer, and you know, going down that avenue of, you know, going into like singing and lyrics. But I used to write. I have a book somewhere, I don't know where it is in my house, but I have a book somewhere where in my teenage years I'd write music, I'd write songs, and I actually found it not too long ago and lost it. But some of the stuff in there was so embarrassing, like about my first crush, about the person I fell in love with, and it's like, no, like
it's like so corny, but that's just what makes it so good, I guess.
I know. I think if you have like music kind of built into you, you understand it. Like, but if you don't, some people listen to music and it's there, but some people feel it. Do you feel like you feel music? I do.
I can breathe music for the rest of my life, I guess. I wouldn't be able to live for the rest of my life without music, I guess. So yeah. And
when you find that particular type that will always stay with you, I can listen to anything, but I think you know, like this morning when I'm setting up the group that I run for the kids, and I'm setting up and I've got drum and bass on in the background, because for me, I wouldn't want anything else on. But when all the other parents arrive and they bring their little kids, I have to change it, and I have to put like pop on, and I hate it. Sitting there like, this is no fun. Yeah,
I can imagine. But I guess isn't drum and bass like already a bit accepted by everyone in the UK by now, I would say?
Not all people. I think one of my friends says that what I listen to is noise. And it's just for her, like she'll go, what's that screeching? And I'm like, no, it's good music. But I think for the most part, like I always know with my friends, if one person doesn't like drum and bass, the other one will, and you know, that's kind of how it goes. But I go to a lot of raves on my own. You just go to raves and meet people, and it's just a community, isn't it?
It is. That's a beautiful thing about it.
It is. And I find that with a lot of DJs in particular, like most, apart from like the ones that are so big now that they can't because they're under management, and I get that, but they would still stop and talk to you in the street. And I think that's what I love about, especially in Europe, like I have more of a bond with DJs that are in different countries because you're all just amazing. Like to say yes to a podcast that you don't know me, but it means a lot. And honestly, the Andromedic started it by telling me to do it because I gave him like an unofficial interview, and he was like, "You should do a podcast." I was like, "Okay, I'll go do a podcast." So here we are. So, what is like some of the best people that you've met in the drum and bass world? Like, who are some of your favorite people?
That's a nice question. I think you already know it's a big thing in drum and bass that promoters always like put back-to-backs on their lineup. So I don't think you have a lot of other genres that they also do back-to-backs. But I mean, if you go to a rave and a drum and bass rave, you might be seeing that almost every act, every time slot in the evening is filled with back-to-back sets. And I think that's a cool thing about drum and bass. And why am I saying this? Because I think I've played some back-to-back sets with people here in Belgium, with like the most random artist I've never met before. But just by preparing the set together, playing the set together, you create like just such an amazing special bond. And I think almost every back-to-back I did, I made a new friend from it. So I think that's the cool thing about drum and bass, that you just meet people by just accidentally playing a back-to-back, and then they might be your best friend for the rest of your life. So that's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah, I like that. I like that concept because a lot of people, like usual artists, you'll do like a collaboration, like a back-to-back, and it works. And and that's the thing, you can have totally different types of drum and bass, but you put them together and it just works. And I think that's the beauty of the genre. So when people say it's just noise, it's not. It is not. It's a culture, and I love it. It's such a good culture.
You know what is crazy? If I now go to an event like Rampage or anything else, and I would see like someone with who I've played a back-to-back with in the past, I would be like, "Oh shit, you're here. How are you? It's good to see you." It's like just such a good moment to see each other, because you will always remember the shows you did together when you played back-to-back, and that's just something very special.
It is, and you see that as well. Like when, like I saw Sota in Manchester, and it was like when the first person that's on the stage, they're finishing their set, and then the next person comes on, it's that handshake, it's I'm proud of you. Do you know what I mean? It's so nice. And seeing that from and seeing that from like my perspective, it's just a really warm feeling. It's a nice feeling to see that, you know. But you've just announced your summer tour.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Where are you most excited to be going?
I would say the crazy thing is I'm playing Rampage and Tomorrowland, and Tomorrowland is like the biggest festival in the world, but I'm more exciting about Rampage than Tomorrowland, to be honest.
I really want to go to Tomorrowland. That's on I have this big list on my wall, and it's all things that I want to do. And that's one of the things, because there's so many amazing people that have played it, and it's kind of like a once in a lifetime thing, especially to go and visit. For me, I think it would just be an incredible experience. But I think the more you kind of go to these events, obviously then the bigger you're going to become as well, because people are going to know who you are, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah, you've never been before at Tomorrowland, so yeah, I think it would be a very special opportunity to go there. So I really hope for you. I'd love it for you to have the opportunity to go.
Oh, I want to go so bad. To be fair, when Andromedic announced that he was playing in Antwerp for the final time, I need to do this. I just booked it. I didn't even think about it. And, and then I booked the flight, but my flight's at 6 a.m. from here. And I have to travel to London. So I have to travel like 2-3 hours in the night to go. So I'm going to be so tired, but it'll be so worth it. So worth it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Is there any recommendations whilst I'm in Antwerp? If someone's never visited Belgium before, what can someone like me do in Belgium?
It depends. Are you more like a foodie, or are you more like the type of museum history type of person that just want to visit?
Both. I love culture. I love like if I'm visiting a country, I'm visiting my friend in Denmark in August. So I'm already learning Danish. So but I heard about is there like different variations of your language, isn't it? There's Flemish, how is that?
You have like Belgium is separated into 3 parts.
Okay.
You have the Flemish part, you have the French part, and also the German part. The German part is like the smallest, and then you have the Flemish part and we call it Welsh, like Wallonia. I think it's Welsh in English. It's like that's the part in Belgium is the bottom part, by the way, where everyone speaks French.
Oh wow! Okay.
And then in the top part you have the Flemish part, and everybody speaks Dutch. And then I guess you have like very different types of accents of Flemish. For example, where I live, the people living here have a lot of trouble understanding the people from the left upper side of the country, because their accent is so different.
No way.
I guess it's the same in the UK with
yeah, we have many accents. I think if you're not from here, I think you would probably find maybe Scottish difficult to understand. If you ever visit Liverpool, that has a big drum and bass culture.
Okay.
The Scouse accent is very broad, and then you have like the northeast side of the country, like Newcastle. That's got a very harsh accent as well. Whereas I'm in the center, so I don't really have an accent. It's just this is me.
But I guess everyone can understand you, but it's maybe more difficult the other way around.
Yeah. I live on the border with a town called Birmingham. Everyone knows Birmingham.
I've heard of Birmingham, yeah.
Yeah, but the accent's very, very like this. See, everything's like this at the end, and when you don't live in this country, I've seen it before. My friend is from Germany, and she came here and she listened to one of my friends who has this accent, and she's like, "What is she saying? I don't know." So it's quite fun. I do love accents. So that's really interesting though, that there's completely different languages being spoken in the same country. That's crazy.
But you'll have to excuse me, because that wasn't your question, right? You were asking what you should do if you visit.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That's what we do here. We talk about everything.
I have an answer for you though. It's like, maybe it's a stupid answer, but a very generic answer, but it's a good tip. So I think in September, me and my friends, we visited Malaga in Spain. I don't know if you.
Yeah, I've been. It's lovely.
Yeah. And we just wanted to go out one night. So I found like this application on my iPhone called, I'm going to tell you the name right now, Get Your Guide. Do you know the application?
No, but I'm going to write it down.
You should download it, because you just have to enter the city where you're in, and they offer you like a lot of different excursions for a cheap price. And it's cool because we did like a pub crawl or something in Malaga, and
Nice.
I think we paid like 10 or 15 euros. We went to 5 bars with a random group of people from all over the world.
Wow.
In every bar we got a one free drink, and you were like bonding with different people from all around the world in one night. So it was quite cool, and I think you can do it in Antwerp as well. So you can do like go for drinks with random people, but they also offer activities or tours in museums, or even restaurant promotions, I guess. So it's cool because if you travel alone, that's a nice opportunity to like
Yeah.
meet new people in a cheap, fun way. So I
That's
would
amazing.
give that as advice for you.
That's amazing. No, thank you. That's a good tip as well, because solo traveling's come very new to me. I've always done it in this country. It's not because I know the roads, but I personally could not dream of driving in another country, because you guys drive on the opposite side. I don't think I'd cope. I think it'd just be, what is this? This feels wrong. So what is like, so when do you drive? Do you drive?
Yeah, I drive.
Yeah. Yeah. So would you drive in this country, being on the other side?
You know, it's funny because I think I would be scared, but I have this friend from Australia. Maybe you know him, Lebowski. He's also a drummer.
Okay. Yeah, amazing.
He's here in Belgium right now. No, he's
Okay.
in Belgium for the summer, but right
Wow.
now, I think he's in the UK over with you because he has to play a show in the UK tonight. But anyways, I was in Australia. They're also sitting in the other seat.
Yeah, same side as us. Yeah.
And I was asking him, yo, should be, if you want, you can drive my car, but wouldn't you be afraid to drive it? And he was like, nah, I think it will be cool.
Fair enough.
So to be honest, if he can do it, I think I also can do it. So I guess I just would have to try it, and then we'll see.
Yeah, you should. I mean, the only thing you would have to watch in this country is like people, I don't know if it's the same way you are, where if it's a 30-mile-an-hour zone and they're doing 15-mile-an-hour zone and you're just going so slow, and it's very frustrating. But apart from like the motorways, they're 70. It's so easy. Like it's not difficult. But I think for me, because I drive a manual car, the idea, I'm left-handed.
Yeah.
So it's easy with me being on this side because of the left hand. I think me trying to change gear with my right hand would just be no.
Yeah,
No.
100%. You know, yes, super accidentally yesterday, in my street, there was like passing by a car with a Belgium plate.
Yeah.
But it was very weird because the driver was also sitting in the right seat.
Yeah, I see that here too. Yeah. They like import it. It's really strange. Like,
yeah.
I personally, I think that would make it worse. I think if I was going to live in a different country, I would have to climatize myself to that and like force myself to drive on the other side. But I think this is annoying because I could, technically speaking, I could drive to Belgium. It's so easy. It's like 6 hours. It's not that bad, but I'm just, the idea of going through France, going through all these different countries, having to think I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. It's crazy.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I love that though. I think Lebowski should give it a go.
I'll tell him.
So Amy says you have to give it a go because that's awesome.
Okay.
So who has been your favorite person to work with on a track? Because you've worked with a few people now, haven't you?
Yeah, I think mostly vocalists. I've worked with a lot of vocalists, because the thing is, and you'll know about that, because but it's like very difficult nowadays to get your hands on a good vocal. So you have like splice and the Suno stuff and everything, but it isn't the same as working with a real vocalist. And to be honest, the best vocalists, they are like the most pricey, I guess. And for now, I don't make a lot of money with music. for now. So
Yeah.
let's see in the future about that. But so I cannot afford it to pay like a lot of money for vocalists.
Of
So
course.
I try to connect with like people with vocalists that are like not very popular or something. But it's funny because you have a lot of vocalists that nobody knows about, but they're like almost the most talented vocalists in the whole scene. They are like hidden gems, and I like to find them. It's cool to connect with them. And there was this one girl from Amsterdam.
Mhm.
She's called Joni, and she has been amazing to work with. I think we spent like one day in the studio together. Her manager Tim also joined us, and it was crazy because I've never met the people before, and then just in one day they became like my new best friends for life.
That's awesome.
So that was a very cool experience to work together with someone, and bond on a different level, and also make a lot of good music. So that was very special.
That's awesome. I think because I do vocals as well, but I'm not out there. I'm not one that people outwardly come and say, I need you, because I don't advertise myself very much. And I think that's an anxiety of mine. However, one thing that I enjoy doing is like, I learn about my own voice being like, I'm not this high pitched kind of feminine voice. I can reach lower ranges as well. And people are like, that's actually a talent. Because I'm like, oh, I sound like a man when I sing. And they're like, no, you don't. Like, you just have a different vocal range. And I think that's amazing with drum and bass, because so many of us have different ranges. And I love, like, I think her name, is it Nula? She's done a lot with Andromedic. I love her voice. Like, she's got such a beautiful voice. Lauren I can never pronounce her surname. Is it Lamar?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, she's got a good voice. Like this, but Alicia as well, insanely beautiful voice. Like, and I said to her, I was like, you have the most insanely beautiful voice. It's like I said, it's like velvet. It's beautiful. But yeah, I think that's the thing, because these days, and I ask this on all my podcasts, like, where do you stand with AI? Because for me, I'm finding it more difficult getting out there and, saying, hey, I have a voice, it's usable. But people will say, well, it's easier for me to get an AI vocalist. And I find that really annoying.
Yeah, I feel you. That really sucks, I think, if people say that. But in my opinion, a real human voice will never be able to replace an AI voice ever. It's not the same.
It's not, because it lacks a soul. That's the only way I could ever describe it. Like, when you listen to somebody and they're putting emotion into it, you can hear it. Like, if you have something, it's very flat. Like AI vocalists, yes, they can hit very, very high frequencies, but it lacks emotion. You can hear it in a song. You can hear it.
And the funny thing about the AI vocals, I guess the models that are out right now, the higher they go in their range, the more clear you will hear that it is AI. So the best AI vocal samples are like in the lower registers, because you won't even notice. But if they go up higher, a lot of producers and A&Rs and they can hear it that it is AI. So I won't be
I was talking to a music producer who has his own record label. His podcast coming out in a few weeks, but I asked him about it, and he says, well, there's one thing that AI artists will never be able to do, they'll never be able to collaborate with somebody else. Because if, say, for instance, somebody was pretending to make their own music and then someone says, oh, let's have a studio session, they're not going to be able to do that, because they don't know what to do. For me, I can get my phone, I can write into Suno, make me a backing track, and I can put my vocals on it, but I can then play it back, and yeah, it's me, but it's not the same, because it's not So when somebody produces music, well, like yourself and, you know, everyone else, when you're physically writing these pieces, you know it's come from you because you have a style. And it's also you can tell how much effort you've put into it as well. So I love it. I personally can't do it. I've tried. I have a whole setup. I have a MIDI. I have all the software. I can't do it. I've tried.
I see.
I have a lot of respect.
Yeah. So the funny thing about AI is in my day-to-day job, I'm working as a Microsoft consultant and I teach people how to use AI.
No way.
So
Wow.
it's a bit funny because I have like my opinion about AI is like really broad, I guess.
Yeah.
And the thing with AI and music is, I think music should be authentic. And the more authentic it is, the better it will be perceived by the people, I guess. And I think you're not able to make authentic music with AI because, like I just told you, behind every song you made, there's like a beautiful story connected.
Yeah.
For example, the story I just told you with this girl from Amsterdam, like the 2 songs I made with her, it's cool because I have this background story of every song, how it was built and how it came together. And I think you won't be able to have a story like that if you just generate your vocals or instrumental with AI. But at the other hand, I have to say, and I think we should put things into perspective for this one, because nowadays you have people who are pro AI, but you've also people that are against AI and music. But if you go back maybe 20 years back in time, I think all producers still were like producing on analog gear. And
Yeah, of
I think
course.
every producer back then had the same opinion about digital audio workstations like FL Studio and Ableton.
Yeah.
They had the same the same, what was I saying? The same, damn, I can't find my words right now.
No, you're good. You're good.
They had opinion. They had like
Yeah.
the same opinion about digital audio workstations back then as now you have like people that have the same opinion about using AI. So I think AI is good and bad in the same time because
Yeah.
it's not the best thing to make your music authentic, but I think you should use AI in a clever way to help you write melodies or maybe help to inspire you. I talked with this A&R from Tomorrowland Music a while ago, and he told me that like all the big guys in EDM, they're all using Suno, but they just like create IDs with AI and then they start jamming and they use like really expensive top liners to put
That's
all things
clever.
together.
Yeah, I
So
see what you mean.
I think you should use AI as like an assistant or something, but
Almost like a tool.
yeah,
Yeah. So
exactly.
not take, so this is the thing, because there is a vocalist I know on I have him on TikTok as a friend. His name's Samuel. He's worked a lot with Arcando.
Oh, I know Samuel Felix or something.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah,
He's agreed to come on my podcast. I just have to arrange a date with him. But he was outing about this AI DJ, and they've got into a few disagreements about it. And I think if you are saying, I've written this piece myself, I've had no AI at all, and it is AI, that's not good, because 1, you're lying, and 2, it's not nice for the other artists that are just trying to claw their way through, you know. Whereas I think, I use Gemini, for instance. I use that all the time with, if I need something like spell checking. My grammar isn't brilliant. I'm English and my grammar's terrible. But like it just to get things like proofread, or, you know, I have almost like a habit. If I write an email to somebody, I tend to write a lot. So I'll say to ChatGPT, can you make this shorter for me?
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound too overwhelming for the person reading the email. So I think, like you say, I think you need to have, you have to have balance, I think, with AI.
I think AI should not replace us, but it should help us. I think that's the best way to use it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's
I
my
agree with that. I agree with that, because I think if it does replace, then you lack the soul of the artist, and I think that's the hardest thing. And that's why I'm so like, people can be on Instagram or whatever as an artist, but that's why I interview people, because I love to know the people behind the scenes, like who is Exception, like why do you do what you do, who is Metric, who are these people that are creating incredible music, and then we're all just in the same position, aren't we? We're all here together to create an experience, and I just think that's awesome.
That's exactly, it's true.
So what are you excited about over the summer?
It hasn't anything to do with music, but I'm going to Ibiza next week on a little vacation, so I'm very excited about that. And for the rest, I would say the shows for sure. I mean, to be honest, I've just only counting the days until the festival season starts, and I've not been thinking about a lot of other things this summer, to be honest.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's weird because you have this whole year where you're just like sitting inside your house because it's bad weather outside. There isn't much to do. I have a lot of time to make music during the winter and the autumn days, but I think it was like 2 weeks ago I went to like an open air event here in Belgium because it was like good weather, and it was like the first open air event / festival I was doing this year.
Nice.
And I felt so weird, but also so alive. It was very weird. It was like I've been closed inside for so many months, and I just felt so free to be able to go to a festival again. It was a
nice,
weird feeling, but I enjoyed it. So I'm just very excited for the summer to experience more of that freeing feeling, being outside at festivals, at clubs, at events. So we'll see.
What is your favorite thing about being on the stage? Is it you entertaining the crowd? Is it, some people have said they like the dancing, they love dancing with the crowd, even when they're performing, they're dancing. I love that.
I think it sucks to say this, but every time I put music or even drum bass up in my car or here at home, or I don't know, at a party or something, I enjoy listening to it, but it will never be the same feeling as playing drum bass during my own set and like jumping around. And I receive the music differently when I'm playing it live in front of a crowd, instead of just listening to it in my car. Before I was a DJ, it wasn't the same, but I think by being a DJ now, it feels so much different to play the music in front of a crowd, and compared with just playing it on your own.
Amazing. It must have that like adrenaline kind of feeling. I've said one of my biggest goals in my work, what I do, I want to be on the stage. Like when you have somebody and they have like their phone and they're going like this and they're filming that person, that's what I want to do. I want to do it once. I will be so happy like just filming content for a DJ so that they have it, and knowing that like I've been up on the stage and experienced that with them. I think that's incredible. I do a lot of the backstage stuff and I love that. I enjoy it, and that's what I want to do more of. So I'm doing a festival in September in my town.
Cool.
And it's only for like our town. It's free. You can go, and it's called Sonic Boom Festival.
Is it a big festival?
It's not really. It's like a a little sort of free one that the like our local council and this charity they put together. It's like a charity event.
Because the name is very familiar, I guess.
It is familiar, Sonic Boom. Yeah, it's everyone's like heard of it, but they don't know why. But yeah, I'm meeting up with the guy that owns that, and you know, I'm telling him like I want to interview the artists. I want to go and physically like do this stuff. So that's exciting.
Cool.
So I think festivals are like, oh, I see myself next year doing a lot of it. So I'm excited.
Yeah, as you
I'm
should.
excited for you too. Like, this is amazing. Like, has it happened quite quickly? Do you think that all of this, like all of this, is it been like a build up, or has it just happened?
Yeah, I feel like it has been a long way to get where I am now, and I'm still not where I want to be. But the thing is, I haven't made like big steps along the way. I feel like I've made always small steps every day,
Sure.
every week, every month, always small steps building up to something bigger. And sometimes it sucks because you have to like be very patient.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I feel like 2 years ago, I played my first Rampage open air set, and it was
Wow.
at the camping site. They have like also a camping stage at the festival. It's like the smallest stage, and you play before the festival opened for the people that are staying at the camping, and it was cool. But
Yeah.
I felt like the year after, so last year, I wanted to do like the festival itself, like an opening spot or something at a small stage. But I didn't want to do the camping stage anymore. But unfortunately, they told me that I had to play the same spot at the camping set again. And I mean, it was cool because it's still Rampage open air, but I was like feeling a bit disappointed, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone told me, Fede, just have to be patient. You'll get there. And I feel like I've been making small steps since then, and now I'm playing the main stage. So I guess patience is key. So yeah.
1,000,000%. I can tell you now that most businesses and most people in any form of job, you always have to start at the bottom. And I think that when things gradually happen, that's when you adjust and you go up again, you adjust, you get up there. And I honestly would, I see people like yourself making those moves, and I'm like, yeah, it's happening for you. And that's amazing. You're doing the main stage. That's awesome.
And I think the one thing I've learned about this whole process is that you have some people that are lucky, and they in 1 month or 1 year they like make it big.
Yeah.
But to be honest, the difference is if you are like, how do I say it? If you're hustling from the beginning, and years after, you'll appreciate your whole process even more than if you just did it in 1 month or one year.
Exactly.
By being lucky. So I think it's also a lot about appreciation, and I think it will feel better in 5 or 10 years if I made it big by seeing everything I've did to get there than just getting it in 1 year, I guess.
Yeah. I think for me, I'm an impatient person at the best of times. So I think for me, sometimes when I get setbacks and I'll get things like someone will say, oh, I'll come on your podcast, and then they don't. And I'm like, oh, and then you feel that disappointment. But then you can't give up because there's going to be lots of setbacks and stress and those things, you know, but we can't give up. If you give up, but I quit my job to do this. Like I said, I'm quitting my job because I hated where I was at in my life, and now I do what I love doing, and I get excited every day. And I think that's the beauty of being an artist, isn't it? You get excited about getting up every day.
And it's all part of the journey, and I guess it's all about the journey also.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's hope that that everything goes well for both of us.
Absolutely. We will visit this in a year's time and be like, look what happened.
Perfect.
No, thank you so much for coming on. Like, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. And yeah, I might be at Rampage, I might not be, but we'll see.
Okay, you have to let me know if you would come. I would love to meet you.
Oh, bless you. No, that'd be amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. And really appreciate it to bring me on the podcast, by the way.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. You can find my podcast every Tuesday and Thursday, and don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms. See you next time.